Yes. Hi, everybody. Myself, Dr. B. Khalilur Rahman, working as Associate Professor in Nallamalla Reddy Engineering College, Department of EC. Today, I am going to discuss the Learning Outcome 2 in the subject FPGA program. So I'll just recapitulate the things whatever we have covered in the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, we discussed about all the course content, the syllabus, then the course outcomes. Then we have discussed the learning outcomes of Unit 1 we have discussed. So then we have discussed the few differences between analog IC and digital IC. We have taken an example of analog IC being a IC 741, that is the op-amp analog IC. And for a digital IC, we have taken all the logic gates. The prerequisite for this FPGA programming is the switching theory logic design. Now, I am sharing my screen for further discussion of learning outcome 2. This is learning outcome 2. Okay. FPGA programming is the subject. The second learning outcome has we will be talking in the second learning outcome the programmable logic devices. Under the programmable logic devices, we are having under the programmable logic devices, we are having the SPLD. SPLD stands for simplex programmable logic devices. Okay. Under this, we are having the ROM, PROM, programmable read-only memory. Programmable read-only memory. Then we are having the PLA, programmable logic array. Then we are having the PAL. PAL stands for programmable array logic. Programmable array logic. Okay. So these are all the things covering under the SPLD, simplex programmable logic devices. Now let us discuss about the PROM. PROM stands for programmable read-only memory. Memories. If I talk about memories has the RAM memory. Memories has the RAM memory, random access memory, and read-only memory. Random access memory and read-only memory. And ROM. ROM, the RAM, first one, the random access memory means it is a temporary. This part is a temporary. This part RAM is a temporary. And ROM is a permanent. Permanently it is stored. And again in the ROM we are having EROM, EPROM, electrical programmable read-only memory, and then we are having EEROM. This instead of E, we are having EE. EE stands for electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. These are all the memories. If I talk about the PROM, in the first unit under the learning outcome 2, we have been discussed about the PROM. The definition of the PROM is fixed AND gate. We will be having a fixed AND gate and programmable OR gate. For any Boolean function, for example, the Boolean function f, which is equal to, if I talk about anything like a complement b, this is a complement b plus ab. Any Boolean function AC, we will be having a sum of products. Sum of products, we will be having a AND gate, we will be having a OR gate, and then we will be having an inverter. So for that purpose, your PROM is having a fixed AND gates. The AND gates are fixed and a programmable OR gates. We will be having a programmable OR gates. This is the definition of the PROM, programmable read-only memory. Now let us discuss an example of a PROM, that is the first part in an SPLD. So this is an example. We have to design a combinational logic circuit that accept 3-bit number. Our input is 3-bit number and output is a square of that 3-bit number. Input is a 3-bit number, output is a square of that 3-bit number. This PROM and ROM both are same. This PROM is the input. We will be having the decoder. If I talk about a decoder, all this is again an example of a combinational logic circuits. We will be having a 2x4 decoder, 2x4 decoder, 3x8 decoder, 3x8 decoder, and we will be having a 4x16 decoder, 4x16 decoder. A 3x8 decoder means 3 input and 8 possible outputs. So here also the input, this part is nothing but a decoder. Stand array is a decoder, and then we will be having the outputs, M outputs. So my input is a 3-bit number. 3-bit number means the possible combinations are 0 to 7. Output are the square of that number. 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, like that 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49. So we require up to 49. We have to represent the 49. To represent the 49, we will be having the 6 possible combinations. 6 possible combinations. See, 2 power 5. 2 power 5 possible combinations are 32. But at maximum, we can have a 7 square means 49. So we require 2 power 6. We require a 6 output combinations. We have taken B1, B2, B2, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. B1 to B6, we have taken a 6 possible combinations. These are the outputs. These are my inputs. These are my inputs, and these are my outputs. This entire thing are my outputs. Okay, these are my outputs. So the inputs are 0 to 7. These are all the possible combinations of the inputs, and outputs are 0 square. 0 square is entire 0. 1 square is 1 itself. This is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. This is 4, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5. 32. These are all the bits. 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. These are all the bits. So to represent 2, 2 square is 4. Just below the 4, we will represent 1. 3 square is 9. 9 means 8 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 square is 25. To represent 25, 16 plus 8 plus 1, that is 25. To represent 6 square is 36. To represent 36, we require 32 plus 4, that is 36. To represent 7 square 49, we require 32 plus 16 plus 1. So these are all the possible combinations. We have designed, this is the truth table of a PROM for this logic design. And then we'll have to go for the implementation. To implement this one, the block diagram is this one. We will be having a fixed AND gates and then programmable OR gates. The fixed AND gates, this is the decoder. So A, B, C are the inputs. A, B, C. These are all the inputs and the outputs. 8 outputs, 0 to 7. These are all the outputs. Okay. B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. For example, if I talk about a B3, these are all the outputs. If I talk about a B3, what are the minterms we are having for the B3? B3 minterms are B3, which is equal to minterms, a sum of the products, which you might have studied in your STLD, minterms. What are the minterms we are having? We are having the minterms. 2 is one minterm. Then we are having 6. 2 and 6 are the minterms for B3. So the same 2 and 6 has been mapped in B3. Under the B3, you can see 2. 2 is mapped. See, this 2 is mapped here and 6 is mapped. For example, if I take B6, what are the minterms for the B6? 6 and 7. 6 and 7 are the minterms for the B6. For the B6, 6 and 7. 6 and 7 are the minterms for the B6. Okay. Like that, this is the implementation of the PROM. Then we will be discussing about the programmable logic array. So the programmable logic array, in a programmable logic array, both AND gate and OR gate are fixed. Sorry, programmable. Your AND gate is programmable and OR gate is also programmable in case of a programmable logic array. Now we will discuss the simplest 4 input. These are all the inputs for the programmable logic array. If this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, if this is A, this will be, I'll just put one inverter here. I'll just put one inverter here, and this becomes A complement. Clear? This becomes A complement. And if this is B, I'll just put one inverter here. And this becomes B complement. Okay? And this is C, an inverter, that becomes C complement. And this is D, an inverter here, D complement. And these are all the programmable AND gates and the programmable OR gates. These are all the outputs. Now let us see an example. You have to implement these functions. These two logics we have to implement by using a PLA. These two Boolean functions we have to implement by using a PLA. So what are the outputs we are having? A and B. These are all the outputs. A and B are my outputs. A and B are my outputs. Okay. Now what are the inputs I am having? Inputs are X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z are my inputs. So now let us say by using this, inputs, X, Y, Z. My X, Y, Z are the inputs. A and B are the outputs. A and B are my outputs. X, Y, Z are the inputs. So here, the same logic, A and B. A is my output and B is also my output. X, Y, both are programmable. X here and Y here. If it is mapped here, that becomes X complement. X, Y is first one. The OR gate. This is the AND gate. This is the AND gate. This is the AND gate. And this is the OR gate. This is the OR gate. This is the OR gate. XY plus XZ complement. You can observe here. This is X and this is Z complement. This is, if this is Z, this is Z complement. If this is Y, this is a Y complement. This is X. This may be X complement. Okay. Now your output A is XY plus XZ complement. This is the implementation. This is the implementation. There are many more techniques. You have directly given the Boolean expression. In the earlier expression, designing has been given. If I talk about this one, if I talk about a PROM, the designing has been given. You have derived the minterms. Okay, you have derived the minterms. Directly here, the Boolean expression has been given. Now we have to implement that Boolean expression by using a programmable logic. Okay. For the B, XY complement, you can observe here, this is B output, XY complement. XY complement means what? We have to look up here, X is here, okay, XY complement. XY complement means you can see X here and Y complement. Not necessary you can choose here, you can choose even this one. XY complement you have done, then YZ. YZ is there, Y is here. This connects Y and then Z. Z means this one. If it has been programmed like this, that becomes your Z complement. Okay. Then what we have? You have done for YZ, then XZ complement. For XZ complement, this arrangement. X is here and Z complement. Okay. This is for the B, A and B. Two outputs. A is one output and B is one another output. So this is how you can represent your programmable logic array. Okay. We have seen the PROM and a programmable logic array. This is the two examples we discussed in the learning outcome 2. Next, in the learning outcome 3, we will be discussing the programmable array logic And then we will be discussing about the CPLDs, complex programmable logic devices. Those things will be discussed in the learning outcome 3. Hope you understood this one. If that is the PRAM, I am just recapitulating whatever the things I have covered. I have covered the SPLDs. Here we are having the SPLDs. Under the SPLDs, we have covered PRAM, and then we have covered the PLA. PRAM stands for programmable read-only memory. Programmable read-only memory. ROM stands for read-only memory. PLA, programmable logic array. PAL, programmable array logic. The ROM has EROM, EPROM, and EEPROM. Okay. These things we have discussed about the block diagram of a PRAM, designing of a PRAM, the truth table of a PRAM, the implementation of a PRAM, the definition of a PLA, the block, it's not a block diagram, the generalized circuit diagram of a PLA, how a PLA looks like. If I have just put a block diagram, if I just put a block, that becomes a block diagram. Then we have seen an example of a programmable logic. Okay, that's all we have today for this. Now, afterwards, we will be discussing the learning outcome. Thank you very much.